Hi, I'm County Executive P.J. Wendel. We're here at the Resource Center with Denise, their Chief Executive Officer. And we had a tour today of the manufacturing facility. And what people don't realize is behind us is a manufacturing facility where they make bags and pouches and first aid kits for our armed forces. So what is happening, we saw today, these pouches, tourniquets, first aid kits are made right here. They're sealed. The next time they're going to be opened is in a field of combat somewhere across this world. So people don't realize just exactly all the things that the Resource Center does. So Denise, tell us a little bit about not only your manufacturing capabilities, but just a little bit about the Resource Center in general.
Okay, the Resource Center has an operating budget of $100 million here in Chautauqua County, and we touch thousands of lives. I like to describe our organization as having three major divisions. The first and largest is our division supporting individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and that's about half of the organization. The second largest is our manufacturing, operation, and employment services. We employ 217 people with significant disabilities in that division. They are all paid more than minimum wage for those jobs, and 80% of the labor on those projects that we do is performed by people with significant disabilities, and we get set-aside work from the federal government. Mostly, actually, we support all armed services, but it's really the Marines, the Air Force, and the Coast Guard at this point in time. Actually, Army as well. We have some Army contracts. So we do a lot of sewing. We do a lot of technology with the sewing because, as you can well imagine, we want to have adaptive and technologies that can really support people being successful in those jobs. Our third division at the Resource Center is our clinical divisions, where we do psychiatry, social work, podiatry, primary care, dental, and all of those services between our organization and other entities that are closely related to the Resource Center.
Awesome. So what you're going to see is the Resource Center took on a new endeavor, if you will, with their primary care. So there's a new facility over on 2nd Street, and we just opened that. Let's say we were lucky enough to be present at the opening, but it just, again, provides those medical services for people with developmental disabilities, something that was overseen for many, many years. Really interesting and important, as Denise had said, is there are just so many facets of the Resource Center. We drive by here in Chautauqua County and think of the group homes, and we see individuals in the community, but it's so much more than that, and it's so amazing to see what happened. As Denise said, 80% of the workforce here has developmental disabilities, and some very significant. Interesting enough to point out, a piece of equipment created and thought of by one of the mechanics here on how to make a sewing machine more adaptable for people with disabilities. So it's a thumb or finger controlled sewing machine. In conjunction with Yuki, the manufacturer of the sewing machine, they created that right here in Chautauqua County in Jamestown, New York. So we have some amazing people that are working here in our community. So on behalf of myself and the residents, Denise, thank you so much for the Resource Center, all you provide for not only people with developmental disabilities, but for our government and our armed forces as well. So I'm County Executive P.J. Wendel, wishing you all a very great afternoon, and we'll see you next time.